What's going on, everybody out in YouTube land, and welcome back to another episode of GBA. In this episode, we are unboxing the November Video Games Monthly box. For those of you who don't know what this is, Video Games Monthly is a subscription box that sends video games to your door every single month. They're a tier system. You can get 3 games, 4 games, 5 games, or even 10 games a month. I personally get the 10 games a month box. I think with shipping, this comes out to around $90. And obviously, the less games you get, the less the price is. They have a database on their website where you can put the games that you currently have so you don't receive duplicates, which I strongly suggest you keeping that list up to date so you do not get duplicates from this service. Overall, this is a great service. It's one that I enjoy a ton, and it's one of the best days of the month for me is when I get to open up the Video Games Monthly box. So guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and cut the box open and let's see what we got in this month's Video Games Monthly. Get my trusty box cutter here. Cut the envelope. Alright, so here is the box that the games come in. Pretty straightforward box, nothing too crazy. Your boy Floyd is always on the box cover right here. So yeah guys, we're going to open this up and see what we are going to get. I'm going to try to open it facing away from me so I can keep the surprise going longer. And I'm going to try to show you guys the games before I see them. So we'll see how well that works. Alright guys, so first up, let's try to get the cards out of the way. So we've got our standard update your library card. And I think this is a thank you note too. But like I said, you definitely want to update your library so you do not get duplicates in this box. If you do receive a duplicate and it is their fault, basically if you've put it on your list and they sent you the game anyway, they're very good about mailing out another game to you to replace the duplicate, which I've had happen a couple times, but nothing crazy or whatnot. So yeah, update your library. So in this box, I have a 1-up. So basically, that just means that I get a free game. So instead of 10 games, I should have 11 games in this box, which who doesn't want more games, right? So that's always a bonus. And one of the things I love about these guys is I typically always get a 1-up. So I don't expect 11 games, but that seems like it's pretty much the normal. Alright guys, so we're going to start pulling these things out of here and seeing what we've got. First up is a Super Nintendo game. I'm going to show you guys first. Alright, for the Super Nintendo we have Tetris Attack. You know, Tetris, what else can you say? I'm not very familiar with this version of Tetris, so I do look forward to putting it in and seeing what it's all about. So yeah, once again, guys, we have Tetris Attack for the Super Nintendo. Alright, so next up, I feel like we've got another Super Nintendo game I'm going to show you guys first. Alright. So we have Home Alone on the original on the Super Nintendo, the original Home Alone. So once again, most of the Home Alone games stink. Just, you know, that's kind of my experience with them. But definitely excited to put this in and see how the original Home Alone plays on the Super Nintendo. Alright, so moving right along, I think we have a Nintendo 64 game here, guys. So, like always, I'll show you first. Alright, so for Nintendo 64, I have F1 World Grand Prix. So, I mean, not the greatest game in the world, obviously, but it's one I don't have, so it's good to add it to the collection. And to be honest with you, I'm a big racing fan. I like more of an arcade style racing game, but F1 racing games are fun. So looking forward to putting this in and seeing what it's all about. So we've got F1 World Grand Prix for the Nintendo 64. Alright, so we've got another card. Let me go ahead and show you this one. I didn't fill it on the top, but this is the card that basically tells you to share your games on Facebook. Basically take a picture and share it to their Facebook page. And if you do that, you get a chance to win 3 free games in a future box. So it's always good to post a picture if you want to win some free games. Alright, so now back to the games. I feel another Nintendo 64 game, so show you guys first. Alright, so we have Revolt. It's a racing game, obviously. Not one that I've played, so I can't really attest to it too much. But just from the cover, it looks maybe like a RC car racing game. So definitely excited to put this in and see what it's all about. So yeah, guys, Revolt for the Nintendo 64. Alright, so it looks like we're 4 games down, so there should be about 7 more left. Alright, so next up, I feel like we've got a loose disc GameCube game. I haven't seen it yet, so I'll show you guys first. Alright, so we have Carmen Sandiego, The Secret of the Stolen Drums. So yeah, to be honest with you, I didn't even know there was a Carmen Sandiego game on the GameCube. So, don't know much about this one at all. But I'll definitely put it in and see what it's all about. So yeah, pretty excited to add Carmen Sandiego on the GameCube. It looks like there might be some top scratches on this disc, so I'm going to look into that and make sure it works. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys know that a lot of times scratches on the actual bottom of the disc can be buffed out typically, but scratches on the top of the disc is where all the, the top of the disc is where all the data is stored. So you don't want any top scratches. So I'll definitely have to put this in and see how it plays. Alright, so next up on GameCube, I actually just saw this one, but I'll show you guys. We have 007 Everything or Nothing. So, I mean, I haven't played this 007 game, but most of the time I have a good time with these. So definitely excited to add this and give it a try and see what I think of it. So 007 Everything or Nothing for the GameCube. Alright, so moving right along, guys. I usually like to keep the handheld stuff for last. Speaking of which, I don't think I said that in the beginning of this video. If this is your first time watching, the games I typically can, the systems that I can get games for in this box is the original Game Boy, the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo 64, and the Nintendo GameCube. So next up out of the box, we've got another Nintendo 64 game. So I'll show you guys first. Alright, so for Nintendo 64, we have BioFreaks. I played this a little bit back when I was a kid. It's a pretty subpar fighting game made by Midway back in the day. Not terrible, but definitely not one of the best games on the system. So yeah, for Nintendo 64, we have BioFreaks. Alright, so let's move along and see what we can find here. I think we're down to handheld stuff, so the rest of these games should be original Game Boy games. So far, I've pulled out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So basically, we should have about 4 Game Boy games. Alright, so first up, I haven't seen it, so I'll show you guys first. For the original Game Boy, we have Marble Madness. This is a great arcade game. I really like playing it with a trackball. I'm not the biggest fan of the Marble Madness games on most of the platforms I've played, which is mostly just the original Nintendo. It just doesn't work as well with the D-pad, but I'm definitely willing to pop this in and give it a try and see how it plays. So yeah, for the Game Boy, we have Marble Madness. So yeah, that's really neat. I love the original Game Boy. It's a system that I've been collecting pretty hard for here recently, and it's just really fun to play. I play a lot of my Game Boy games on the Game Boy Advance SP, but I also backlit I did a mod on one of my original Game Boys, so I put a backlight on it. So it's fun playing on that as well. Alright, so next up for the Game Boy, haven't seen it yet. We have In Your Face. It's by Jellico. It looks like a basketball game, but that's a pretty funny name, and the picture's pretty funny too, somebody jamming in somebody's face. But yeah, I mean, basketball games on the Game Boy, not one of my favorites, but it's one I don't have, so definitely cool to add it to the collection. In Your Face for the original Game Boy. Alright, so feels like 2 more games left. Actually, let me go ahead and pull out the, every month they send you like a little trinket in the box, basically just the throw-in item. So this month it looks like we've got a pen, ink pen. So it's the Video Games Monthly ink pens. You know, I actually really like these pens. I think I've gotten 2 of them before, so this is definitely a duplicate item. But, you know, you can never have enough ink pens laying around the house. So we got the Video Games Monthly ink pen. Alright, so we're down to the last 2 games, guys. All good things have to come to an end, I guess, right? So, first up for the Game Boy. Haven't seen it, so you guys see it first. We have Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle. I've played this game on other platforms. I think this is on the original NES, but don't have it on the Game Boy, and I like getting games like this where I've played it on other systems to see how the Game Boy version stacks up. So definitely excited to pop this in and see what it's all about. We have Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle. You can't go wrong with Bugs Bunny, right? Alright, so now the last game. What did we save for last? Haven't seen it, so you guys will see first. Alright, so last up we have Mickey's Dangerous Chase. Don't know anything about this game, but happy to add it. I just recently got another Mickey's game from Video Games Monthly for the Game Boy. I can't really remember the name of the game, but it was like a puzzle platformer. So it's always fun putting these games in and seeing exactly what they're all about. So yeah, very happy to get Mickey's Dangerous Chase for the original Game Boy. So yeah, guys, that's actually pretty cool. What do I think of this box? I love it. Every month, these guys do a good job of sending me games I don't have. A lot of times I get games that I don't know a whole lot about, which is fun too, because sometimes you find some games that you would have never bought, but they turn out to be absolutely fantastic, and that's what this is all about. I just love putting in games and seeing how they are and, you know, just enjoying them. So yeah, guys, like I said, it's up to you whether you think this is worth the money or not. For me, it absolutely is. There's not a whole lot of retro video game stores around my house, so it's fun being able to get these games. I like the surprise factor. It's like getting a present every month. It's just a lot of fun for me. And I like opening up these boxes to show you guys too. So, yeah. So in the end, you know, not a bad box at all. I just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to GBA and watching this episode of the Video Games Monthly unboxing. I'm getting very close to 100 subscribers, so I can't thank you guys enough for that. And once I hit that 100 subscribers, be on the lookout because I'm going to do another giveaway on the channel. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. But like I said, it means the world to me that you guys watch these videos, and I can't thank you enough for getting me to currently 91 subscribers. So I'm very, very happy about that. But guys, let me go test out these games, put everything away, and you know, just enjoy the rest of the evening. So I hope you guys do too. So until next time, guys, see you later.